Hi guys, this is Abhishek Saini and we'll be recapping the NBA Finals Game 1 between Denver Nuggets and Miami Heat. Miami Heat came into the series as number 8 against the top seeds from the Western Conference, against the winners of the Western Conference, that is the Nuggets, and their ranking sort of reflected in the kind of Game 1 that we had. Nikola Jokic, who was averaging a triple-double throughout the playoffs, yet again magically produced a triple-double performance. It's almost as if he's magically producing these performances, because in the first quarter he scored only 2 points, and then all of a sudden he had those 9 assists, and he was rebounding the ball as well. And in the third and fourth quarters particularly, his points ballooned up to 27, and that was mostly because he was able to draw so many fouls from the Miami Heat defenders. Another plus point for the Nuggets in the opening game was that Aaron Gordon started with a dominant performance in the first quarter, and how that happened was because the kind of player that Jokic is, you want your best defenders against the two-time MVP, and that is what the Miami Heat did. Now what the Denver Nuggets did was, instead of throwing Jokic into the paint, they decided to go with Aaron Gordon, and he was unguarded for the most part, and he ended up scoring 12 points in the first quarter, and I think that was the key to sort of get that momentum going into the rest of the game. The Nuggets picked up a 9-point lead after the first quarter, and they just consolidated from that point on. To make matters worse for Miami Heat, what happened was that 3 of their main shooters in Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson and Max Strus, none of these shooters were able to produce points. Duncan Robinson got 3 points off the bench, Caleb Martin got 3 points in the starting lineup, and Max Strus could not score a single point throughout the game. And that was, I think, another of the turning points where Miami Heat lost the game. And on the flip side, you see the Denver Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr. shot 3 3-pointers in the first half. Jamal Murray was shooting at 50%. He got a total of 26 points, if I'm not wrong, in the game. So it was contrasting fortunes from the 3-point line, and this particularly hurt Miami Heat because it has the best records in this playoffs shooting from downtown. And although their coach insists that we're not a team that only relies on 3-point shooting, it is one of the major aspects they target in a game. And when that did not fire, we saw the results that unfolded in front of us. But despite what happened in the game, despite the loss that the Heat had, there are signs to look forward to for the team, because Bam Adebayo, he was struggling to score from under the rim in the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston Celtics. That was one aspect where he improved drastically. He scored consistently throughout the game and largely kept the team in the hunt despite 3 main players not scoring for them. He also scored 26 points. He was shooting at more than 50%, and that is a positive sign for them going forward, because obviously when you're shooting in basketball, naturally there are off days, and beyond a point you will find your scoring knack back. And when that happens for Heat, and if Bam Adebayo continues scoring the way he is scoring, that'll be a big boost for them. It's an unfamiliar territory for Miami Heat. They've not lost an opening game so far in these playoffs. They won the first game against Milwaukee Bucks. They did the same against New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. So too early to sort of pick that that Denver Nuggets can go on to win this series comfortably. It's slightly too early for that, and you can count out Miami Heat at your own peril.